Last year, the Kwan dancers from Angoon were the lead drum group, and they worked really hard. Now I see this group from Saxman that worked really hard. Give them another round of applause. We have a very short program for you tonight. We just want to make sure we have some people address you. And I want to say hello to Jerry Scudero. About time you came here and bought a ticket from Clinket Country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 2 years ago we were here and we gathered and we've lost some great giants among us. One of them I want to remember, especially tonight, is Clarence Jackson. I really, really want to remember him tonight. I was down on the beach today, and my daughter-in-law said she went down to watch the canoes come in and said the singing brought tears to her eyes. And I want to tell everybody here, this celebration has taken a life of its own. We've heard rumors that this is the last one, but let me tell you something. As long as one dance group comes here, celebration will live forever. We have some wonderful people for you tonight. I want to start off with asking Rosita Whirl, the president of SHI, to speak to you.
Gunalchi Shanyat Kusani, Tlingit, Haida, and Tsimshian people. You are our inspiration. You are beautiful people, wonderful people, and we're so happy to be here to celebrate the history and our culture. And to begin this evening, the welcoming ceremony, we will do it in our traditional style with having an eagle and a raven do the traditional welcome. And so I would like to invite David Katzig, the clan leader of the Shungu Kwedi, Eagle Shungu Kwedi, and Ken Grant from the Dukdainton Raven side.
Gunalchish Anyat Kusani, Gunalchish. Yak awe adeyayi da kunya. Yak adeyayi da kunya. Hatu Hatlichin, Hatu Wutlike, the Kat Yuhan, Yak Hat Kiatini. Gunalchisha, Gunalchisha. Noble, precious, very unique children of the earth. Thank you for how you are representing your ancestors. The way you are paying attention and listening, and also for those of us and those of you that came dancing in. Chawaya tlakukwanki dakasya was ayi yakawewuti the kat yuhan yata khwaskene. It's as if the ancient ones came in and they put their face forward like this, putting their face forward, saying, "Here we are. Here we are. Yadu Uhan. Yadu Uhan. Yahatlingit Ani Plain. We're here on our great Tlingit land. Chantikihini Yuduasak. The name of this place is Chantikihini. Wushkitan. Kaltle Nedi. Yachte Hitkwan. Gunalchish Yak Yiani Atwutu Adi Akak. Thank you for letting us walk on your land. Those from the Yachtehit, those that are of the Wushkitan clan. Chuach ish has kaach at has kanach te di kanach ati. Gunalchish yai ani katmutu ati. Those of my father's kinsmen from the kanach te di kanach ati clan, thank you for letting us walk on your land. Yan yedi gunalchisha gunalchish yai ani kak yehavuchi. Thank you for letting us be on your land as well. Yan yedi. Kadeki na kachuchkan. The deki na the Haidas, Chuchkan, the Simsian, Gunalchish ye diatuka. Ye awa kakwake hat akyukatangi. Joya ya hat wuswu diachwanakati, achseyi achi. May it be as if the ancient ones are standing here as you have heard me speak in the ancient language. Ye awahes yakwaka ye yanade. They would say this word toward you, this phrase toward you. Ye duayachwan, ye duayachwan. Ye duayachwan, ye chlis gohasawe, kach ye ti. Ye chlis gohas, kach ye ti. Gunalchisha, gunalchish, yewa kukwage, achyukatangi. In conclusion of my remarks, I just want to say what my grandfather said to me from the Sukachati clan. He said, when you say thank you to anybody, it's the greatest speech a human being can make. I'm saying this for the benefit of those who understand our language. Our language is powerful, and it's beautiful. It's life. Hakusti awe hayukatangi. Thank you.
Anyat Kosani, noble people, Dekina, Haida, Tzutzchan, Simshian, Alutik, Tsuyatas, Yehoach, Yehoachin, Yaach Kakas, Hastuk Enach, Akat Kotilia. Just yadu jigeya at dugu EGS. These are really powerful words that our ancestors said when they greeted the guests. We have laid the most luxurious furs on the floor for your welcome. We have laid these luxurious furs on the floor for your welcome. Ituwu gachlat at. Ye aya. Ya dat. Ya achli. George Davis, durch Enachaya. Laden Janas Teti, Haslingik Sati, Anachada Zoaat, Sealaska. When the waves were battering our culture. When the heavy seas were hitting, Sealaska stood up. These are the words of George Davis in 1980. And now we have it here, our celebration. Tuwusagu. Tuwusagu gachtusakhi hiayedat. Igwayachwan. Igwayachwan. Iyatki jiyasaya. Iyatki. Chatayach. Hastu jiyasaya. Yewa awaka. George Davis. Tladen musiki. Tladen muslitit hakusti. This is what he said. Our culture was battered. We know what happened. We don't need to go over it. But now I see our young people dancing, and I see children with at uwu. I know you worked hard. You worked hard to get your children in there at uwu. You practiced. You practiced. You sold food. You made money, and you came here to celebrate your culture. And George Davis said, "Josajik natachje goas ayade dakde iasadi yahakusti." Turn our culture against the waves before it sinks from us. That's what George Davis said. And I'm pretty sure what I'm seeing here now, I see a lot of enthusiasm, I see a lot of energy, and I see a lot of passion. Our culture will not sink from us. Yeah. Gulchish. Yeah.
I'd like to call the retired president of Clinton Haida Central Council to speak to you for a few minutes, Edward Thomas.
Aniat Kusani, Shaudanechi, Yakei Yichwasitini. Honorable, noble people of this land, it's good to see all of you here. Aktawasugu Gunschish Akwan, Gunschish Wushkitan. I want to join in thanking the Eagle and the Raven clans from this area for allowing us to celebrate on their land. Atlain Gunschish to the dance groups. I want to thank the dance groups. They lift up our spirit. They lift up the spirit of our people by bringing to us the ancient songs of our ancestors, allowing us to once again reach back and understand who we are. It is through their work that we have a better understanding of our people and our origin. So I thank you very much for that. I want to also thank you for being here. By being here to celebrate our culture, it also inspires the younger people to step forward. As you heard, they go home and they practice almost all year long. They raise money just to be here, just to witness and participate, and to teach their young people all about our celebration of our culture. I also want to commend the Sealaska Heritage Institute for bringing together our elders who advise them on how our celebrations will go. As you can see, they do an excellent job of making sure that our people are amply recognized and our elders are put in a place of honor. That is very good to do. I also want to reflect a little bit. I was watching earlier this evening on television the 1982 first celebration and listening to the words of people like Dr. Walter Sobolev speak about the importance of our gathering and seeing some of the other elders coming forth very similar to our eagle and our raven elder speakers here tonight, sharing with us how important it is to remember our people of the past and share that with the young people of the future. So I want to speak very briefly as a board member for Sealaska. We are committed, we have talked and we are committed to have celebrations far into the future and are already beginning to plan 2 years in advance for the next celebration. That's how important it is to us because we know that it's important to you. I want to thank you for your attention. Hawa Deutschen.
This next young man is retiring from the Sealaska Board of Directors. He's served probably the longest ever on the board. Has been on the board almost since its inception, but he's retiring to go to a better office. So I hope you'll welcome Byron Malott, who is a candidate for governor of the state of Alaska. Byron.
My name is Kudeth Ta, the Raven people, Kwashkikwan of Yakutat. When Ken Grant invoked George Davis's words as George spoke them at the first elders gathering in 1980 in Sitka, it reminded me of that meeting and of the founding of Celebration. We had at Sealaska been, for our early years, developing the business, creating the organization, working to try to keep the spirit of who we are as Native peoples within this strange corporate culture, while still creating a business that could compete over time in any area of business or the world. And we gathered together, our elders, in May of 1980 in Sitka. And they spoke to us, as Ken Grant has mentioned, George, and many others. And they asked me as president and CEO of Sealaska to come into the room with them at that meeting hall in Sitka, and they closed the door. Just the CEO of Sealaska and the elders of our region. And they spoke to me for about 45 minutes in Tlingit and Haida and Tsimshian. And they emphasized that we must have a continuing celebration of who we are as Native peoples. And that celebration must itself become part of our culture, the culture of the corporation, the culture of the institutions that we build, not just for then, but for generations and generations to come. And we are doing it. We are doing it. I'd like to suggest, and I know many of us who have attended Celebration either for the first time or who have been here from the beginning, that each time we come, we reflect. We reflect on those who have left us. We reflect on leaders. We reflect on family. We say, I wish so-and-so were here this time. And it is not a sad thing to do. It should be part of celebration, to continue in our minds and in our hearts and in our spirits, carrying those that we treasure and those we love. And at the same time, in celebration, look at the young people who are here. You look at the young people and think about their future. Think about what you are helping them to know and to learn about who they are. And know that in 1980, which isn't that long ago, someone like George Davis, who had been with us in his life almost the whole of the 20th century, saying our culture is buffeted, our culture is being battered by waves. And today, our canoes show that we have mastered those waves, and we can travel the full length and breadth of our lands and our waters again in celebration. So I started with celebration in 1982. And all of these years later, in 2014, I'm saying goodbye to the corporation that I had the honor of helping to create, an institution in the Sealaska Heritage Foundation, now the Sealaska Heritage Institute, to found. And I'm saying goodbye in a formal role, but my spirit, my life, every time celebration is held, I will be there. But I can't help but think, as I end my service as a director of Sealaska, having served for more than a decade as either chairman, president, or chief executive officer, as having seen Sealaska grow and falter and grow again, stronger than ever, coming back each time because we know who we are. We know the importance of institutions that help us meet the future, institutions that create opportunity for our children. And I just want to say this in closing, that I had no hand in it. I could have prayed for it from time to time, that succeeding generations of our leaders, built upon the support and the assistance that we give them as family, as communities, as regions, as Native peoples, seeking to have our children grow and come home to serve and come home to be humble participants in helping to create a future for us all. That I never ever thought that I would see the day when my own son would be selected as president and CEO of Sealaska Corporation. And so I leave with an incredible heart full of feeling honored, of memories, of knowing that as celebration has grown, as celebration has strengthened, as succeeding generations make our dance and our culture and our traditions stronger and stronger, that without doubt is symbolic and the guide to our future as Native peoples. So I say goodbye as a director. I say goodbye as someone who has participated directly in the affairs of Sealaska and the Sealaska Heritage Institute for almost a generation. But I'm not leaving because I love our people. I love the future we will build. I love the children that we are shaping to lead us into that future. Gunakchish, Gunakchish, Gunakchish.
Gunakchish Byron, Gunakchish, Gunakchish, coup d'etat. Gunakchish Byron, for your years of service at Sealaska. I want to share with you the meaning of his name. I apologize to the Kwashki Kwan. I hope you don't mind if I tell this story. But this name was given to him. It's an old name that came with the Kwashki Kwan when they were migrating from the Copper River to the Yakutat area. And forgive me if I make any kind of mistake. But there was a man, a leader, and he was that man who led them into this new country. And when Byron became the clan leader, when he became the clan leader of the Kwashki Kwan, he was given this name. And this name meant that this is the man who is going to lead us into a new time, into a new century. And that is what we expect of Byron, that he is going to lead us into better times in a different position.
Thank you. We have two more speakers. Really, I'd like to introduce the retired CEO and president of Sealaska Corporation, who at the next annual meeting will be officially retired from us, and he's served Sealaska for well almost 30 years. Would you please welcome Chris McNeil?
My name is Chiguni, and I've also given the name Gawats and Shakakuni. Shakakuni is the name that was given for my uncle Judson Brown, who was also the chairman of Sealaska Heritage Institute. I really appreciate, it's a great honor to be here, to be able to, just to be here with you as you all celebrate our culture, celebrate our relationships, and celebrate our future and our culture. I only want to add one thing insofar as the elders in 1980, 1982, and that is, as they saw all of this, they decided they really need to do something about it. It was really interesting that they would take an idea and they would decide that we're going to invent something new for our people. And I think as they would see and know that not only they, but all of their descendants were able to build upon this in such an important way that it only exists because of all of the effort that all of you make. The effort that you make to travel for so many miles to be here. I saw some of our, a bus from Teslin, for example, way up in the interior of Canada. People go a long ways to be here, and they make that effort that is going to be continue to be so important for us to be able to build on all of what you all have built here from a cultural standpoint. And with that, I would like to say thank you very much. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. Ganesh Chish, Ganesh Chish.
When Byron said that, and you've all heard it from your elders, from people who are your aunties and your uncles, go out and get an education and come back and work for your people. Go back and get an education and come back and work for your people. You've all heard it. We've all heard it. I want to introduce to you a young man who graduated from Stanford, was raised in Yakutat, and is going to be the new CEO of Sealaska Corporation. Certainly somebody from the next generation. He was born after 1971, so he's one of those new natives. Would you please welcome Anthony Malott?
Gunakchish, Albert. Thank you all for being here. I'm so honored to be able to be part of welcoming everybody here. Ganak yu chat duasak, chak na chat sati, tagwedi ayachat, kwashka kwan yadi ayachat, Koyakan Athabaskan Dutch Chanayachat. Yakan Chuya Kausli Tsaki Hit Dachayachat. Kik Kwanayachat. Yak Dak Kwanayachat. I'm glad to be able to introduce myself, let you know my Tlingit name Gunuk. I'm a child of the Quashkakwan. I'm a grandchild of the Koyakan Athabaskan. Clarence Jackson adopted my mother into the Tsagwedi, so I'm Tsagwedi. I claim cake and Yakutat and feel welcome in both. Albert mentioned one of his daughters crying on the beach. I cried this morning as thinking about my children dancing in the streets and dancing across this stage. And I want to thank and welcome every dance group leader that gives our children the opportunity, that pushes the children to show up to dance practice. Vicky Soboloff and Barbara Dude, all the dance group leaders that set the meeting dates, raise the money, and get their groups here. It's amazing leadership to be able to do that. And I want to thank all the parents who take their children to the dance group, teach them significance of celebration and being part of their culture. They mentioned the transition. I am a single individual in a much larger transition. There are so many young people at Sealaska that have chosen to come back and work for us. Derek Fredrickson, Russell Dick, Jaylene Arujo. There are people at T&H, Richard Peterson, Chuck Clements at Search, Lance Twitchell, Joe Nelson at the university. There are young individuals learning our language, Hans and Jessica Chester, Mary Folletti. They are all amazing people, and they are taking the same direction I had. Give back. Listen to your elders. Go out, learn, and then teach. And they all say we're still young right now, but we're teaching the next generation. And I look forward to being able to stand up with everybody else that I've mentioned and know that we helped the following generation behind us come up. Thank you very much. Gunuk Chish.
Gunuk Chish, Anthony Milat. Don't we have a beautiful and wonderful future ahead of us with leaders like Anthony Milat? Gunuk Chish. And now we're going to begin the celebration. First of all, thank you to the Sanya Kwan. Weren't they wonderful? What a great lead dance group. Gunuk Chish. Gunuk Chish. We're going to have 3 wonderful days of celebrating our history and our culture. And I want to also welcome those who are watching us out in TV land, because this is being broadcast statewide, and so we have a lot of other people who are enjoying this event along with us. But I really want you to be here to watch the performances. We have over 50 dance groups that are here. We have a really exciting family, that one family that had left here maybe 100 or more years ago. They went to live among what are known, they have a different name, but they used to be called the Kwakudal. The Hunt family, the Ebbets went down there. Well, they are coming back home to join with their relatives here in Juneau. They're originally from Wrangell, so we want to welcome them. We want to welcome the Lutics who are here. We want to welcome our interior relatives who are also joining us here today. So we're going to have lots of dancing, a lot of other kinds of exciting events, the baby regalia review. I was so smart not to make that a baby contest. Yeah. I would never have been able to come home if we had had that. So we have the Native Artist Market. We have the juried art show that you have to go and see. Wonderful pieces that were selected as first, second, and third place. Go and see that. It's at the Jack. We also have the Native Artist Market downtown. We have the Soapberry contest. We have another contest. And we also have a series of lectures. So I hope that you'll join us in celebrating our culture and have a wonderful 3 days. Good night. Chish.